It's funny to me when people like to drop that whole pyramid thing, because it's like you are in a 9 to 5. Do you realize you're going every day into a pyramid to work?
Right. Welcome to today's episode. And today we're going to be breaking down for you what network marketing actually is and what it isn't. And we're going to give you some incredible tips, especially if you're just starting or maybe you're starting over, so you can have a thriving network marketing business.
And if you're a network marketer, comment below. Let us know what company you're in. Let us know how it's going, because I want a whole bunch of engagement throughout today's episode. So,
and maybe your biggest question about network marketing.
So let's shed some light what network marketing actually is, because there's so many misconceptions out there, myths. Some people think it's a magic button that makes everyone rich. So let's talk about that.
So for me, when I first started in network marketing, I was totally like the anti-network marketing chick, right? I was like, I'm never going to do one of those things, because I was totally under the impression it was like a pyramid scheme. People got in there, they bugged all their friends and family, and everyone lost money. But I was very ignorant towards the industry and what it could actually do for people. And what I found through education and Brandy, like dragging me, into this network marketing thing, was that it's actually a very legit business model when it's done the right way. And I think that we can all kind of agree on that.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. I also see that a lot of people who are not in network marketing, they see the industry as a bunch of hype people trying to sell expensive things that nobody needs.
Yeah.
Right? And usually like, oh, stay away from me, right? I don't need your stuff, because a lot of people doing it the wrong way gave this reputation to the whole entire industry as the spammy and sometimes even scam. So we want to break those misconceptions today. And to me, network marketing, it's actually very powerful industry where anyone can come in, from any background, any skill sets, whether you're a homestay mom or a corporate person who tired in spinning wheels in that 9 to 5 grind, come in, learn the skill sets, get inspired, get empowered, and create a freedom for themselves, right? So that's actually how we all got started.
Yeah.
And another misconception I want to point out, since I'm talking, is that it's a simple process, but it's not easy, right? There's certain skills need to be learned, so certain steps need to be accomplished. So it's not a get rich button, right? Push button, get rich quickly. Yeah. That's totally not what it is. So,
but I think that, the industry has gotten a bad rap because of, how it's presented, right? Yes. It's so simple. The product just sells itself. Like you're not selling, you're sharing. Right? Like all this stuff,
all
right?
you need is three people.
Yeah.
You have three people and that.
Yeah, and all it is just
and then all of a sudden
right?
you're going to have a multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah. So like when I got started, which like I say, I was birthed into network marketing, right? Because when you're born, you don't pick your parents, right? So like some of us don't even know, like I didn't even know I was getting into network marketing. I didn't know what it was. I just knew that I saw a friend, another friend that I went to school with, who was an athlete, who, was one of the top pitchers in the country at the time in college. And I was a college athlete, got her like car in 3 months. And I'm like, if she could do that, I can do it. Right. Mm-hmm. And then it was like, oh, you just have to share this bottle of skincare. And I was like, what in the heck? I don't even wash my own face because I'm an athlete, right? Like what? So you get birthed in. And, I had no idea really what it was until I went to like my first network marketing event that like, this is what I'm in, right? And you actually can see what the vehicle of the industry can do for you. But, where people get stumbled up and where people think that what you do doesn't work and it's fake and all this stuff is because you see a lot of leaders speak from stage saying how simple it is. And how I started here, and then 3 months later, my life was changed, and I was, making all this money, right? So then, it's misguided, right?
Yeah.
And so then when people come in and we're telling them it is simple, but you have to show up and do the work, people are like, forget this, because everyone says like, I don't have to do these things. I can just post my product, you know, all the people are going to come running, right? And then it doesn't actually happen that way. So then people are like, I tried one of that and it's a scam, you know, and I tried that and I had people that tried that. And, you know, I really think it's because how it's painted out to the misconception that like, oh, you press this button and, you know, I'm going to sign up and get my pack and I'm going to find the 3 people. And next thing you know, I'm going to be a millionaire, you know?
The thing, so, I mean, so many are taught, you need to just go and make your list of 100 people and go and speak to your friends and family because everybody wants us and everybody needs us. And for example, if you're in skincare, everybody has skin and therefore everybody needs this product. And they go and they bug their friends and family and they go and, you know, chase everybody. I had people running away from me in the street and they do that. And then, you know, they may have a bit of success to start out with. And then, you know, that all falls apart and the people who, you know, their friends and family who have been supporting them stop. And then they think, I don't know how to find these people. And, you know, people are like sand and people are like everywhere, but people are everywhere, but they don't know how to find the right people. They don't know how to find the people who are actually searching for them. They don't know how to find the people who are searching for their products or people who are searching, who have this dream of becoming an entrepreneur, this dream of quitting their job, of quitting their career and actually, you know, building a business that they love and that they can thrive in.
Well, and I think too, like that's part of that is falls on the responsibility of, you know, the leaders in our space because they're not sharing this with the masses, right? It's like, look at me, all I did was this, and now I've gotten here, and now go tell everybody you know about it, right? And so you have people who are quitting on their dreams, they're quitting in the industry, right? Because those things don't work, you know, exactly what you say. Instead of educating the masses on really like, great, you're gonna start with your warm market, it's gonna run out, you know, like then what do you do to continue to grow that, right? And meet, you know, bring in a new audience, bring in new people, and that's not what's happening, right? And so it's like, I feel like the leaders are doing a disservice to the industry because it's like they're planting these seeds of like, you know, again, just doing this and this, super simple, and then boom, it's done. And then, okay, then just go back and talk to more people. Then just go back into, that's not...
It's not building any skill or doing anything that's, going to actually build a business. So what is network marketing? Like, let's nail that down first of all, right? So we share a product from a company that's not our own company, right? That's basically network marketing, and they pay you. And then there's network marketing where it's levels, right? Like, so you get paid on first level, second level, third level, fourth level, depending on, you know, like your comp plan kind of thing. But
so like if Brandy enrolls me, she gets a little piece of not like upfront enrollment, right? But then the people that I enroll, you'll get a little piece of that, and you'll get a little piece of that. And it's like multiple levels deep.
Right. And the draw, right, is that you build this organization and then you're making this income and you have 100 people doing 10% of the work instead of one person doing 100% of the work,
Which
right?
is very powerful when done correctly. I mean, it's residual income, money that comes into your bank account over and over and over again, right? You make money while you sleep. Like that's one of the things that we hear in the industry all the time. And it is a very powerful business model when done correctly. And it's like, how do we level up the industry as a whole to really step into entrepreneurship? Because network marketing is the gateway into entrepreneurship for a lot of people, right? But as an entrepreneur and as like a skilled, I've been in doing this for a year entrepreneur, they think differently than a brand new person who's just coming in and they're thinking, okay, I gotta make this list of all these people I haven't talked to since kindergarten, and I gotta go and I gotta call them.
I just wanted free product.
I just wanted product. You know?
That's actually how I got started in network marketing, right? I was invited to a skincare class and my mom made me go, right? She's like, just come and go with me, it'll be fun, right? And so I went, and then, you know, you find out, well, you could be a consultant or, you know, a brand partner or whatever and get the product for half off. And I was like, well, who wants to pay full price, right? Like, you know, so that's how I got birthed into network marketing, right? And then from there, it was like, it just kicked in that, you know, I could share this with everybody and make a commission, and my stuff ended up being free, right? But what I didn't understand was that there's a lot of misconceptions about the industry. Like, when I went to say, hey, grandma, will you do a skincare class, with all your grandma buddies, right? Because they always did coffee and cool stuff like that, played bridge and all those things. She brought her friends because she's my grandma, but at the same time, she's probably thinking in the back, like, I really did not want to be a salesman today, right? Like, so it just kind of depends on, what you want to do and where you want to go with it. But for me as a mom of 6, I couldn't build something else. I couldn't just go get a job because I only had pockets of time, right? Like with 6 kids. Network marketing literally was the only thing I could have done or known about at the time, right? To build some sort of other income in what we were doing. So, it fit right in. But a lot of people have a misconception that it's a pyramid scheme, right? Well, what's the definition of an actual pyramid scheme? A pyramid scheme is people give you money and then, they move the money up, further. There's no actual product that's moving, right? Or service. So that is an actual pyramid scheme, right? So, but the reason people get those misconceptions is because, Uncle Bob decides he wants to sling some product for a minute and fills his garage full of product because, that's the thing to do apparently. And then he's stuck with all this product and he gets a bad taste in his mouth because he didn't actually do the work to sell the product or to even build, a team of any sorts,
I
right?
agree.
So-
We all have someone in our family or our friend circle that started network marketing and then burned down and failed and then told everyone about his bad experience. And that's why how it got that.
He doesn't want to blame himself, or they don't want to blame themselves.
Right, you blame the industry.
Right? So you blame the industry, or the people you got in, or the company that you signed up with, or whatever.
So yeah, and I think it's funny to me when people like to drop that whole pyramid thing, because it's like you are in a 9 to 5. Do you realize you're going every day into a pyramid to work?
Right. There's
Right. Like, so I was a high school, PE teacher and then assistant principal, right? So you have your teachers and then you have administrators and then you have the superintendents, right? And it's like, or the district, right? So it's like,
And who makes the most money?
the one at the
The one at the top.
like everything in all walks of businesses is a pyramid. So when people drop that thing, I'm like, oh my gosh, like,
and it's not like they're doing it to be, like, what's the word? Like,
Nasty.
or
right?
well, sometimes yes. Come on now.
I mean, sometimes they are, but
ignorant, right? Like Carrie said from the beginning, right? Like,
I was that person.
She was
I
ignorant
was
to the industry. because she
Uneducated.
saw- uneducated because she saw in her perspective what had happened, right? In her own perspective with her own belief system. And then she made her own conclusions, right? And we all do that. Like, if you think about every scenario. Right?
So I just want to sum it up. So network marketing, you probably also can hear it to be called MLM,
Direct sales.
direct sales. What else people call
selling.
it? Social selling. So it's a referral business model. You like the product, you tell someone else that it's so good, and they go buy the same thing, and you make commission off of sale. Or you can actually refer someone to build a business, and you get paid not just from the sales of the product, but also from recruiting more people to represent in the same company with the same services or products. So this is
MLM
kinda like,
too. MLM, all that.
Yes,
all the same.
Yeah.
So for someone who just getting started, what do you think they need to know? Like, what skills they need to have, or is it for everyone?
The first thing I'm going to say is don't expect your friends and family to be the ones to make you rich. Like, don't come in thinking you're going to go and enroll 5 people and your job is done, because that's not the right way.
Not the reality.
It's
of
not the
the
reality,
industry.
right? You hear of people here and there that, they're like, oh, I just enrolled my sister. And then all of a sudden, I had all these people. But that, like, the chances of that happening are like, so slim to none, right? Like, this isn't a lottery ticket. It's an actual business that you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to build. And with that said, it means that you're going to have to develop some skill sets. And you're probably going to be uncomfortable developing some of these skill sets, especially in the very beginning, if you haven't done it before. But with that said, like, if proper expectations are set in the very beginning, you come in like focusing more on the process of becoming a skilled entrepreneur rather than just the result of money coming into your account. However much time it takes you to grow it, hands down one of the best business models and businesses that you can grow. You know, and like Kat had said, anybody can do it regardless of race, religion, skills. Like anybody can come
your
in and they
background, where you
can,
came from.
Yep, they can be successful inside the business
And
model.
with that said, though, like don't be afraid, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I've got to like learn all these things.
No.
Okay?
So that's
Yeah.
what my next question. Who would you say is it for and who it isn't for? Because it sounds like nobody likes to sell, right? Stuff. So it's business of sales, but not a lot of people like to sell. So would you say like, oh, don't go there if you hate sales? Because we don't like sales, but
I would say it depends on who you're learning from.
Yeah.
Because, you know, how we teach in, you know, our pillars, right? Our model of influence marketing, it's in introverts, extroverts, like it's more of the personality type, right? Like that could totally crush it on social media. But if you're going and following, or you're being birthed into, or you're investing into a mentor that teaches outdated old school strategies of like, go blow up everybody's DM, like message 50 strangers a day, and like, you know, all that, like you're going to have people who aren't willing to do those things.
Yep.
Right. And so, or it's uncomfortable. It's out of their comfort zone to
do it
go
for a while,
to go, to go put up a vendor event, like, and you have to have a table with all your product. And next thing you know, you're like, well, I have to be the expert. And I don't know about, I just started this. And like, now you want me to like have people at my house and tell, like, no, right? And resistance. And so they're never actually going to launch their business.
Yep.
So I think it depends on like, how do you want to build that business? What does that look like for you? If it is on social media, it's attaching your buggy to the right horse on building like how you feel aligned with, you know, building. And then it's like, just go get started and you'll grow those skill sets as you go, because you don't have to like get trained and do all that stuff to get started, right? Like we like to say a lot of, we build the plane in the air, and a lot of times we're building it on the way down. Yeah. Okay. And, you know, I think you don't have to have everything figured out to just get started. It's like, get started and figure it out as you go. And then your entrepreneurial growth journey, right, that's when it starts. You know, you don't, it's not like you come in being this like expert, I got to learn all these things, and I got to know how to do all this on social and the algorithm and the live videos and, you know, all the
and
stuff.
if, you know, if somebody started in network marketing, because, you know, like when I started in network marketing, I did all the old school stuff because that's what my upline taught me, right? They were like, this is what we do. So every Friday my upline would come and I'd schedule all these appointments with, you know, my friends, family, you know, people that I knew, and I did run out of people to talk to, right? And friends and family, I mean, they're going to say yes because they love you, but you know, in the back of their mind, they're like, oh my goodness, right? Like,
block me. They're like,
So because it is network marketing, you need to grow a network of people. Okay, and that's what most network marketers don't do, is they don't understand how to grow that network of people who are actually looking for your product, looking for your opportunity, looking to become an entrepreneur. And then you need to learn how to market to those people. And instead of it being, because most network marketers, it's, I've joined this incredible company, let me put this all over everywhere and tell everybody about it because it's so incredible. People join people. It's a people's business. It's a relationship business. So instead of branding the company that you're a part of, brand yourself, because people want to know you. They want to know your story. They want to, and that's what's going to build that connection. That's what's going to build that relationship. And when you can, you know, brand yourself and put yourself out there, people, you know, they get to know you. They build this connection with you, and then when you know, deliver the value, you know, about your products, about the incredible opportunity that network marketing is, then people are going to come to you because you build that connection.
Well, I think like before that part though, like what the hard part is like, for me, when I first learned this concept of like branding yourself, not leading with your company, right? Like all that, there was this like that Kool-Aid starts coming in that all these network marketers drink, right? Where they're so like
100 messages a day.
well, they're so invested in the company and like it's like, but my company's telling me I need to tell everybody and shout it from the rooftop.
My
but then you're
company's the
telling
best.
me yeah, and so it's like, you know, and so there's that like, wait a second, like I'm over here, you know, my company's telling me I need to go put all this out and share it with everybody and tell everybody about my company and the name of it and my products and all the things. But then I'm over here learning like, oh, you're telling me to like brand myself and like, you know,
curiosity and-
so you have like those Kool-Aid people, you know, who aren't educated in the marketing part that are so like they're drinking that Kool-Aid and they're just being pulled and sucked in to.
I have a really good question for you because if someone asked me right now what I would have done differently, right, if I started over today, branding myself would be the first things, hands down, to learn. The problem is they don't teach here in traditional network marketing how to do that.
I know.
So I want to ask you, like, what are some of the basic things you need to do in order to start branding yourself?
Some of the basic things, clean up your social media profile. I mean, because let's be real. I mean, we were walking around this event or some event, you know, a while back.
Let me just drop one bomb here.
You're going to drop the bomb before I get to the bomb.
So you can explode it even more. So I'm going to say it that whoever is watching it, if you're already in network marketing, I'm going to just drop it how it is. Your products and your company is not your attractor factor.
No.
And this is like to break in one of the first commandments of network marketing. Yeah. If we advising them not to post plaster all over everywhere their products and what their company is because they think that's the most amazing thing they have, right? And they have to shout out about it. So what should they do instead?
Yeah. So like when I learned about this concept, I was like, oh my gosh, but like it makes so much sense because, you know, you have to understand that you started this business, like whatever your reason was, right? And a lot of it was like, oh, that's cute. Like, oh, my little hobby. Like, oh, that's cute. And not understanding that you are a business owner and your job is to market your business effectively. Okay. And so going on and just plastering stuff all over your social media is not marketing, and there's no skill sets required. So you actually need marketing skill sets. Now, what does that look like, right?
They don't have them.
Right. What does that look like? You start by cleaning up your social media profile because what I was saying is people are going down, right? Saying like, oh my gosh, business card. Do you have a business card? Do you have a business card? Like we're in 2023, moving into 2024, people, okay? Your business card is your profile. We call it our digital business card, right? Like that's your profile. How are you setting that up to attract the new people, the new audience, where when they scroll through, they are not seeing anything about your company name, the name of your products, but instead it's like, I'm sharing value. I'm showing people who I am as a person because like what Fran said, people buy from people. People want to join people, not the company, not the product. In fact, right, when we were like blowing it up and enrolling all these people and having, you know, enrollment conversations, people were like, here's my card. Like, how do I join you? Before they even knew what company we were with.
Yep.
Right. But we created that curiosity and we led with the benefits of what the business has done for us and our family, right? The lifestyle of that, what the product has done, because at the end of the day, when people are buying something, they want to know what's in it for me. Like, what is that product going to do for me? What is like investing in that business going to do for me? Instead, so many people have flipped it, right? How we were all taught. Throw up everything on them. Like tell them like, oh, we've got the science and the patents and the berries and you know, it's ground floor and the best comp plan. That's not what gets people to move or make the transaction.
I want to know what it's going to do for them.
So it's when you're plastering your stuff all over and before and afters and all this stuff, you're making it about yourself.
Well, the other thing that you're doing is giving away your secrets, right? Like all the secrets. Like what is the product, right? And you're not controlling the conversation, right? Because they just can say, oh, Adrian's with, whatever company, right? And I'm going to go Google that. Yeah. Guess what happens when they Google that? You're going to find people that are more advanced. They understand marketing. They've put funnels and things in place, ads. Somebody's going to fall into that, search that up, and guess what? That person is gone out of your peripheral vision or vision at all, right? You didn't even know that they were interested because you gave them all the goods, and we're taught to Google. I teach my kids to Google. When they ask me stupid questions like, how many times does the earth go around the whatever? I'm like, I have no freaking idea. Go Google that, right? And so that's what we're taught to do is Google. So when you see something and you're like, oh, well, what's that company? And you end up in somewhere else. They're not.
Or when you drop your company link in there, your company replicated website, whatever that looks like, and you're just like, I'm just waiting for people just to see it, and then they're just gonna go by, right? And
Now, what this whole conversation, it's fire, and we know this, but there's probably people that are watching that they're like, okay, I see what you're saying, but my upline has been super successful, and this is what they've done. The difference is, when I first got started, for me to go and put a post out and have hundreds of people come to me, it didn't happen.
Right.
And meanwhile, there was people in our company at the time that they were doing that, and they were enrolling people in droves. And I was like, what the hell do these people have
What do they
that
know
I don't
that I
have?
don't
What
know?
do they know that I don't know? And it boils down to this one word, and Adrian mentioned it earlier, and it's your influence.
Yeah.
What's your influence level over your network of people? Because I had a lot of friends, but I didn't have the relationship to where they wanted to actually jump into business with Carrie and make money with Carrie. So you have to take a look at your own influence level, because if you are somebody that has a crap shit ton of influence, you go do you, boo, right? Because if you have the ability to post whatever it is, just keep in mind that what you do, your team is going to do. And if they don't have the same influence level that you have, they're not going to be successful, and they're going to blame you.
Yeah, and they think something's wrong with themselves, right? Instead of understanding how influence works, they're like, well, I did all the things that you told me to do, and it's not working, so I guess this just doesn't work for me, right? And they're like, it's me. It's not you.
When I wrapped my mind around that, when we first learned about that, it was because what you said, for so long, I thought it was
Something was wrong with you.
And I'm I am social. I talk to people. I have walked up to strangers.
I am a great person.
I have
Why
walked
does
up to
nobody
strangers.
want to do
I
that?
know. I'm like, what in the heck? How is this 80-year-old grandma up on stage, making millions, right? And she's just like, I just started with one party, and I'm like, what? I've tried to have parties and I had no one to come, so I drank a lot of wine and cheese. But the thing is really let what Carrie said, if you're watching, let what Carrie said sink in and sit on that for a minute. Because when you have these people coming, you're seeing from stage and you're listening to these great stories about how they, in 3 months they went here, or in 6 months, right? They became a six-figure, they got the car, all these things. And, you're over here again questioning, what am I doing wrong? Well, that person's a chiropractor.
Yeah.
That person is an esthetician. That person does eyelash, has a whole whatever.
And they've spent time in their life building those relationships and that
building that
influence,
network.
that influence over that network.
And
so
so
when they go to
rep-
tap into it, right, then it's like, oh yeah, the chiropractor that's so successful that already owns, 15 chiropractic offices. Of course, everybody's going to jump in business.
But then
with
you
them.
have the high school PE teacher
Yeah,
and coach who's this skincare, and it's you were a teacher.
Yeah,
now you're trying to sell skincare.
What's going on here?
No,
Yeah.
right? So
College dropout with a baby. You guys want to go make money with me?
So the second bomb that we dropped, that there are millions of people who have done it before and still doing it, building their business, successful businesses by plastering all over social media what it is and what is it that they do, and the open links, go click on them, right? So, and that's happening because they have two things. They have huge audiences of people that took them probably years to build, and they have influence over that network. So every time they post link or photo, there's no brainer, tons of people go and buy it. But when you come to the industry, only having your coworkers, cousins, and your neighbors, right? When you're gonna post it for the first time, someone probably gonna buy just because they're curious, right? You're doing something new, or because they wanna support you. And second time you're gonna post it, and the third time you might find out crickets. So if that's what's happening to you, understand that you don't have the right network. You already tapped into your network. They already bought from you once. They're not gonna buy probably again in the next 6-12 months. So you need a new network. And that's where also we're not taught in traditional network marketing how to build a brand new network of people who actually want what you're offering, right? We taught go make a list of 100 friends and go make another list and go to the second list and go make another list. And there was a good thing that I saw a couple of days ago and I was like, this is hilarious. Make your fake wedding list.
Yes.
Oh, no. It was totally hilarious. We've all done that, right?
Yeah.
We've all done that.
Yes.
And when we finally realized that I actually have to go and learn how to build a brand new network, is like, what do I do? So it's actually exactly what we teach in our students, our brand new people who come from traditional network marketing, is how to actually grow your network so you never have to bug friends and family. And so you have a flow of people, never ending, new people constantly coming into your world almost on autopilot.
So with that said, if you want to learn how to make more in less time talking to the right people for your network marketing business, there's going to be a link that's attached to this video. Go click on it and download our social influencer formula, because inside there, you're going to learn how to grow that targeted network, first of all, and then how to engage to build the know, like, and trust with them so that the influence is there. And then not only that, but how to promote whatever it is that you're promoting in a non-salesy, non-hypey way that has people coming to you wanting to know how they can work with you or buy from you. So grab that link and we'll see you on the next episode.
Exactly what network marketing is and what network... Welcome. So today we're going to be breaking down exactly what is network marketing and what it isn't and why you... Okay, somebody else start.
Yeah, no.